morning. My name is Kathleen Gorman, and I'm here to talk about the eaters, the consumers, and those are all of us as part of that food system. But the people that I want to talk to you about are somewhat marginalized from the food system. They are the 12% of Rhode Island households who are food insecure. And what does it mean to be food insecure? It means you're living in a household where the food didn't last, and you were worried about not having enough food to eat, and you didn't have enough money to buy more food, and you felt like you ate less than you should have. And in more extreme forms, you cut the size of your meals for yourself and your family because there wasn't enough to eat, or you went hungry, or you didn't eat for a whole day sometimes, and you lost weight. 1 out of every 8 households in Rhode Island is food insecure. Now you might be thinking, who are those people? 1 out of every 8. So we could count off right now, quite a few of us would be food insecure. Or maybe you can think about driving down the street that you live on and count every 8 houses. And the 8th house has a family who's food insecure. Now you're all thinking, oh, not on my street. And you may be right, because food insecurity is not distributed equally among all households. The food insecure are children. 1 out of every 5 households with young children, any age, up to 18, is food insecure. Single parents with children, single moms, 1 out of every 3 households, food insecure. Our racial and ethnic minorities, higher incidence as well. 1 out of every 5 Black and 1 out of every 5 Hispanic households, food insecure. And while our seniors are doing a little bit better than the national average, 1 out of every 10 households of senior citizens is living in a food insecure household, meaning they're not sure where their next meal will come from. These are people we see every day. They ride the bus with us, they ride the bus with your children, they sit in your classrooms with your children's classmates. They serve us coffee, they take care of our children, they take care of the elderly. They serve us in restaurants. There are people everywhere, and we don't see them. Why are they poor? Why are they food insecure? They work. Many of them work just like we do, 1, 2, 3 jobs. They don't make enough money to pay their bills. Wages are low, unemployment is high, underemployment is higher. And so we have a system where many, many people are living outside of this food system that we're so proud of. And as we heard earlier, there are consequences to being food insecure. Children have trouble learning, paying attention, staying on task, and adults have trouble as well, providing for themselves and their families, and being productive at their jobs when their health and their mental health is affected, when their physical health is affected, when their productivity is affected. So the solutions are many, and they're not necessarily easy. And yes, it's inspiring to have all of us here to talk about how great our food system is in Rhode Island. But we need to make sure that the safety net, while we're waiting for those jobs and those higher raises and those higher pay scales and the wages to go up and health care to be maintained, we need to make sure that the safety net is in place so that all families and all children have enough food for an active and healthy life that respects their needs, their religion, their nutrition, their health, their culture, and their individual preferences and differences. Our Department of Human Services, as well as our Health Department, our Department of Education, and all of our other departments work very hard to make sure that those people who are eligible for programs are getting all of the help they need in a timely fashion. And we also need to be extremely vigilant, because in 3 days, we will have a new president who will have the backing of potentially have the backing, I'm not sure, of a Congress who has proposed drastic and draconian cuts to most of the programs that our food insecure citizens need: healthcare, food assistance, SNAP, childcare, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. So we can do much with the work that we have to do here in Rhode Island, but we're going to need to be very strong and to stand tall and together to fight for all of the Rhode Islanders who are food insecure or not. Thank you.